CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Najahe Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories. Off the top, major news for Canes fans. Basketball coach Jim Larranaga will be stepping down immediately. It's after the team got off to a rough start this season. The Canes have been 5-19 in their past 24 games. His decision to step down means the associate head coach will take over. Larranaga will be best remembered for bringing the Canes to their first ever Final Four in 2023. His decision to step down ends a 14-year run as the coach of the Hurricanes. A teenager was shot at a club in Fort Lauderdale. It happened during an event hosted for teens. The sounds of gunfire sent people running for cover. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner reports from the entertainment district, and that's where the chaos broke out.
The victim in this shooting is just 14 years old. It's a miracle their injuries are non-life-threatening. 1:30 Thursday morning.
I heard that they were doing an underage party.
Fort Lauderdale police said a downtown club was hosting a teen night when things took an ugly turn outside the venue. Investigators said someone in the crowd of teens pulled out a gun and fired.
We heard one shot go off. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't even know it was a gunshot at the time. And the time that it happened, yeah, man, there were people running all over the place. Okay.
Fire rescue transported the 14-year-old to a nearby hospital. Now people that live in the area or go out in the area are questioning the teen night.
That's shocking, yeah, especially under 18. If they're having events like super late at night, yeah, that's shocking. That's definitely a no-no.
I know that it was an underage party, and there definitely shouldn't have been any guns around there.
Right now, the shooter is still out there. Fort Lauderdale police are asking anyone with information to please contact them immediately. In Fort Lauderdale, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
And that is just the latest case of gun violence in Fort Lauderdale. On Christmas Day, police responded to 2 other shootings. 1 person was killed. Both shootings were west of I-95 between Sunrise Boulevard and Broward Boulevard. The deadly shooting was in a shopping center that includes a Presidente supermarket. Witnesses told CBS News Miami the shooting started after an argument broke out in the liquor store next to the supermarket. The other shooting was along Northwest 8th Street and Northwest 10th Terrace. Police say 1 victim was found and taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Authorities do not believe the shootings are connected. In Miramar, an investigation is underway. It's after 2 women were shot and killed on Christmas Day. It happened outside of an IHOP along Miramar Parkway and Red Road. Police say a 3rd person is in the hospital. No word on their condition. Investigators say they are still searching for a suspect. If you have any information that can help, call police. And more violence down south. 4 people are now in stable condition. Miami-Dade police say they were shot on Christmas. It happened near Southwest 138th Court and 264th Street. So far, no arrests have been made, but police say they know who that suspect is.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And taking a live look outside, it is mostly dry now, but rain chances are on the rise. Let's get right to next weather. Meteorologist Shane Hinton with a look ahead. Hey, Shane.
Hey there, Naja. That's right. So we've been trending pretty dry for today. A few spotty showers, but you might need to break out those umbrellas just in time for the weekend. Those spotty shower chances are going to continue for this evening and even into Friday. But as we make our way toward the weekend, those rain chances really start to ramp up. And then a little bit later in our 7-day forecast, we're going to be talking about a warm start to our new year. Now, right now, temperatures are in the upper 70s, so it is pretty warm out there. I mentioned a few spotty showers, mostly in Broward County. You can see just north of Fort Lauderdale. We're going to hold on to the potential for these spotty showers to still continue pushing in from the Atlantic, but overall, we're going to stay mostly dry for this evening. You can see that there's still a lot of moisture to work with here that we're going to be monitoring throughout the next several days. It's slowly going to creep in from the south. You need moisture and you need a lifting mechanism in order to get some showers and maybe even storms to develop. We've got a stationary front toward our north, and if that fluctuates a little bit, that could elevate our rain chances over the next several days. Let's get you through this evening first, why don't we? Okay, temperatures are going to start to taper off into the mid-70s. I think we're going to actually only drop down into the lower 70s for our overnight lows. That 10 to 20% chance for a spotty shower with no real rhyme or reason to it is going to continue. You can see that on the future track. Mostly quiet as we head throughout the evening. This particular model run wants to show maybe a cluster of some showers in parts of Broward County and maybe even northern Miami-Dade County by 10 o'clock. As we wake up tomorrow morning, some of the models keep it completely bone dry, but I want to show you the ones that are hinting toward rain just so you're prepared for that. It looks like it's mostly toward the Keys where more of that moisture was located, as I just showed you. As we go into Friday afternoon, I think the bulk of our rain chances will be south of Miami, and then as we leap ahead into the weekend, we're really going to see those rain chances start to ramp up. How much do they ramp up? Well, about a 30 to 40% chance. The good news is, as we close out this year and then head into the new year, we'll only be monitoring isolated rain chances, and then we'll be fairly dry by the back half of next week. Tomorrow morning, it's going to be a warm start to the day. I dare say even humid as well. Lower 70s across all of South Florida. As we leap forward into tomorrow afternoon, upper 70s to lower 80s, maybe trending just a few degrees above average for this time of year. Now, as we look ahead to the weekend, I mentioned that 30 to 40% chance of showers, maybe even a rumble of thunder. The highest likelihood of this is actually going to be along the coastline. Can't rule out, like I said, those rumbles of thunder, especially as we make our way into Sunday. That's when we have that 40% chance with afternoons not really changing that much. That is until we leap forward to next week. You'll notice New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, lower 80s with that 10% isolated shower chance, but then a cold front swings through, and that's going to drop us down to the mid-70s and clear us out just in time for Thursday of next week, Najahe.
President-elect Donald Trump is once again looking to South Florida as he builds his new administration. Yesterday, he named a Miami-Dade County commissioner as his pick to serve as the next U.S. ambassador of Panama. Commissioner Kevin Cabrera represents District 6. He will likely be President-elect Trump's highest-ranking representative to Panama. Cabrera is well known among Florida Republicans. He served as state director for Trump's 2020 re-election campaign. Trump called Cabrera, quote, a fierce fighter for America First principles. He said few understand Latin American policies as well as Cabrera. Trump's announcement comes just days after he said he would like the U.S. to take back the Panama Canal. Trump accuses Panama of unfairly exploiting the U.S. military and using U.S. companies, charging them extremely high fees to use the canal. A plane flying from Russia diverted and crashed. Nearly half of the 67 people on board survived, but now questions are being raised. Here's more from London.
A chilling scene. The moment a passenger jet with 67 people on board crashes near Kazakhstan's Aktau airport and bursts into flames. Emergency crews rushed to the scene. Miraculously, 29 people survived, their faces in complete disbelief. 38 others on board were killed. Azerbaijan Airlines said the Embraer 190 jet traveling from the Azerbaijani capital of Baku to Grozny, Russia, was diverted and attempting to make an emergency landing. Azerbaijan's president said he was told worsening weather conditions forced the plane off its planned route. Russia's Civil Aviation Authority says it appears a bird strike led to an emergency on board. Families and friends are awaiting an official report. Leah Mishkin, CBS News.
The airline says it will suspend flights on that route until the investigation into that crash is completed. The country's president declared today a day of mourning. Today marks the first day of the week-long celebration of Quanza. Quanza was created in 1966. It is a non-religious way for African Americans to reconnect with their roots. It is celebrated each year from December 26th to January 1st. A candle is lit each night. The candles include 1 black, 3 red, and 3 green candles. Each day is dedicated to one of the 7 principles: unity, self-determination, collective responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith. Jewish people around the world will celebrate the second night of Hanukkah tonight by lighting another candle on the menorah. This year, Hanukkah began on Christmas night, and there were celebrations across South Florida. A 9-foot menorah was lit on Lincoln Road in Miami Beach. A rabbi tells us about one of the traditions.
One of the traditions of Hanukkah is to eat certain foods that are fried in oil to remember the miracle.
Hanukkah celebrates the story of a small amount of oil that burned for 8 full days to light an ancient temple's menorah. Even though there was only enough oil for one day, Hanukkah ends on January 2nd. When we come back, another major drone show canceled in the wake of a harmful technical glitch. What Universal Studios had to say about pulling the plug on the display. Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Several drone shows hosted by Sky Elements, including those in Central Florida, have been canceled. It's following that drone accident over the weekend. Universal Orlando grounded its drones, citing extra precautions. The Orlando World Center Marriott also canceled its holiday drone show by Sky Elements. The cancellations follow a serious accident in downtown Orlando. Video shows several drones falling to the ground. A 7-year-old was critically hurt. The boy remains hospitalized. But there was one show that drew millions of eyes. The NFL delivered an unforgettable Christmas halftime show headlined by Beyonce. It was in her hometown of Houston, Texas. She brought a Texas twist to the stage with hits from her Cowboy Carter album. She had cameo performances with artist Post Malone and country singer Shabuzi. And Beyonce's daughter, Blue Ivy, joined her on the field as she paid homage to her roots and the culture of the Lone Star State with Texas Hold'em. Happening tomorrow, this could be the payout of a lifetime. The Mega Millions jackpot has surpassed $1 billion. That's after no ticket matched all 6 numbers on Christmas Eve. But that means the estimated jackpot for Friday's drawing is about $1.15 billion, the 5th largest jackpot in the game's history. The odds of winning the Mega Millions jackpot are about 1 in 302 million. Good luck. That's your CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Najahe Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a great day.